Hello, fellow students and leaders. Today's question comes from Dustin in Montana. His question is, what's stopping me from becoming financially successful? In other words, rich. Great question, Dustin. There are actually two possible answers. The first answer is the answer that most people come up with. You're missing a strategy. This is what the movie The Secret is all about. You know, it's where they say you're missing some knowledge, some education. The belief is that once you get this knowledge, this formula, then you're set. You'll take this formula, this knowledge, put it into action, and voila, you become successful, rich, wealthy, happy, whatever that information was for. Now, for about 20% of the population, this is true. As a speaker and a performance coach, and also a promoter of real estate investing events, I can tell you from what I see at events I have promoted, where we have a large number of real estate investing trainers on different strategies, this number is definitely held up. Of the people who just buy a program or boot camp, about 20% of them go on to become successful real estate investors, and that's all they did. They just bought the information. The second answer is what I specialize in. It's the area of performance psychology. This is the answer to the question of why one person who buys the very same investing program as their neighbor fails miserably, while their neighbor, who is no brighter or talented, succeeds and becomes wildly rich. Now, how can that be? The answer is it's your psychology, your mindset. This consists of your focus, your beliefs, your communication with yourself, and your physiology. With the right psychology, you can do pretty much anything. Without it, you can do pretty much of nothing. A great example of this is that movie Rocky. And I know it's a movie, but still I think it applies. In the movie Rocky, there's a guy who had all the tools, all the talent. We probably know somebody just like him. And he did nothing with them. Why? Because his psychology was off. What do I mean by his psychology? His beliefs about himself, the questions he asked himself habitually, his consistent patterns of focus, and his fears. Of course, if you've seen the movie, even when he gets a chance, his opportunity finally comes by to fight the heavyweight champion of the world, Apollo Creed, he turns it down. Why? Because he's afraid. Then he manages to make one good decision, to overcome his fear just enough to accept the challenge. But he's not done, and it's not until he decides to face his fears that he can then make a powerful decision to give it everything that he's got. This is a great example of how a person who always has the abilities and talent can take advantage of them, but only after they get the right psychology. But to get the right psychology, the first thing you'll have to do is make a decision. Sometimes more than just one decision. But the decision has to be a powerful decision, and that powerful decision is to give it everything you've got and not hold anything back. Then everything becomes possible. Stay tuned for the next skill session on powerful decision making.